I have decided to play a tank in Final Fantasy XIV Online. With me I have this hat. This is my tank hat. Playing tanks in the games should be rewarding, should be exciting, should be fun as it used to be. I know that in Final Fantasy, I'm not sure how it was before, I do know how it is now. It is fun, it is rewarding, it is pleasing, and I like it. In other games, I don't, and I like playing tank. I can tell you previously, I was collecting a lot of good experiences playing as a tank in other games, but none of those games could really hold my attention for that long, as the tanks are usually the ones to blame, or if not tanks, it's the healers for not doing things correctly. And in majority of games, it's where you're playing as a part of a group. If you're in MMO, there's like triangle of roles. There's the healers, there's the tanks, and there's the damage dealers, right? So if you do a tank-like mistake or healer-like mistake, the party is gonna blame you for it. And I remember this happened like long way back. I've been playing MMOs for I don't even know how many years, but I remember way back what happened is all people that had some sort of a mistake, there was a idea that if you made a mistake, it's okay, you can make mistakes, it is acceptable, you learn from your mistakes and you move forward. But those things and those ideologies, those things changed. And previously what was acceptable, like 5 years or even earlier, if we move back, things that were acceptable now, it's not even tolerated. For example, if you play a game like, I don't know, World of Warcraft, Arcade, Lineage, if you're doing your tank rotation incorrectly, or you're aggroing or pulling mobs in incorrect order, you're gonna be straight up blamed by the party. And if you're not doing things correctly, the party member is gonna leave. And you are having a very hard time adapting and learning new things as the game moves on and you progress. As at the end, if you're just new to the game, you're trying to learn the game, everyone is picking fights and showing finger to you that you're the one to blame. But in the reality, it's really fucked up, where it is a game, and game is meant to be played in the way that the game is supposed to be played, and you can't expect everyone to know everything from just straight up first trying out the boss. I know that now it's a kind of common thing to min-max everything and try to thrive for perfection when it comes to building out gear, when it comes to completing dungeons raids based on the timely manner, like speedruns. But it's not speedruns in particular. I'm saying where people would research the content and have everything up and ready, like videos on YouTube everywhere, without actually experiencing the content for themselves and having the brand new feel as I believe developers intended to. Nowadays, if you ask a thing, you get a URL to some sort of information that you can just go to the website. It is very obvious, and it's common sense that everyone can go to Google and find things like how to enchant, how to do the best thing in the best way and the best manner, right? It's a common thing, and it's it's like it's not even toxic. It's just weird that the gaming community and the gamers themselves, they became obsessed with perfection, where imperfection is the thing that you need to aim for. One of the things that allowed me to move to a tank role in Final Fantasy is simply saying that it is more forgiving, community is friendly, and it's really fun to play. If you're not aiming for being the best PvPer, top rate clear, man, Final Fantasy is like best game ever. If you want to quest, there's alternative quests. If you want to go to dungeons, there's plenty of dungeons. You like to level up as high as you imagine, right? There's level 90 that you can reach, and in one character you have I don't really know how many number of professions that in the game called jobs, where you can just, without any sort of intermediary or transfer person, just straight up change the profession. If you want to be healer, change your profession from the menu screen, not from the menu, from the character screen. If you want to be a tank, become a tank. Even the equipment presets, the game is designed. It's been such a long time. I miss this feeling where Final Fantasy, what it gives me is it gives me satisfaction by doing the thing that I wish to do at the very moment that I log into the game. If I wish to do fates, I'm doing fates, I'm happy with it. If I'm doing quests, I'm doing quests. There's little things that I can dive into. I can dive into story, I can dive into characters, I can look into buildings and environment details. And I will not be chased or ordered differently, that I should play the game in a different way as the game starts at the max level, right? It's nonsense. But as time passes by, I noticed that maybe I'm just grown old and I saw too many things being the new best thing, and I just can't see the patterns, and I see that the games that are being released is just shit. It's not worth your time, not worth the money to buy, and it's just disappointing. I remember playing New World right before the Brimstone Sands expansion, and I think it took me like, I was taking my time, it took me like 100 hours to get to level 60, and I hit level 60, I believe, on the very first week when the Brimstone Sands expansion was released. I can tell you, I was having a blast playing the game. It was super energetic, it was super fun. The community is weird, but in somewhat in a positive way. But the game itself felt like it was filled with in-game activities that I enjoyed. I was logging, I was pickaxing, I was interacting with the community. That was fun to me. But when I hit level 60, which is the cap, as I read everywhere and I saw the videos, if you hit level 60, then the real game begins. And what I saw is that when you hit level 60, you enter like an endless cycle where you're running, or a hamster running in the wheel, where you're just doing dungeons for sake of doing dungeons, so that you would get extra loot level that would grant you one extra point, and not in actual damage, but in like item ranking. And it's just, I think I spent like 30 or 40 hours playing the game, and going to PvP arenas and trying out the dungeons. And it just, at some point, I just couldn't do it. The game is built to just squeeze out the fun out of you, and it's bullshit. The game shouldn't be like that. The game's supposed to be fun. If you're playing a DPS role, the way I see it, you need to do a lot of damage. The game should be engaging, and you have to have an option to choose. Either you want to go to dungeons and expeditions, as they call it there, or you don't. Why it's mandatory? And I remember I'm like level 30, and just because I have not been to that dungeon before, I was kicked, or party member left because I was going the wrong way and they were expecting a quick run. This is nonsense. Like, none of those things happened to me while playing Final Fantasy. If I go off track, I like to explore, I like to take screenshots. The party are just waiting, or they communicate with me, back to me. Like, I had no issues like that, no issues finding the party in Final Fantasy, no issues communicating with anyone. But this is off, and in New World, just simply this endless grind just made me quickly quit. The game after 60 ends. Prior to 60, it was good. In most of the games that I played, people are engaged, they're here now, want the best thing and best thing only. If you are 99%, it's not enough. You need to be 100% engaged, ready, learn about. You need to already know about all of the mechanics, all of the bosses, tactics, and how to play the game correctly, blah blah blah. Me, I played the Lineage Reborn. I tried to scratch my Lineage itch that I had for years, not having to play on normal server. But after playing Reborn for half a year and just doing the mundane stuff daily, it just threw me off. As I had those moments, you know, when you're playing the game and you're thinking, is this the right thing to do now? Am I doing it right? What I'm doing with my life? And the thing is, the moment when I sit next to PC and the moment when I turn on the computer and I say, okay, let's play a game, I chose to play that game. That game needs to hold my attention and keep me entertained as much as I want to. It should not hold me for grind, as there's no content to give. No storyline, no voice acted or cutscenes, no engagement whatsoever, just doing the same thing over and over again, and just that's it. Like in Lineage, you just kill one monster and expect one certain item to drop. This item is valued like 1,000 rings, right? Or 1,000 coins, whatever. And you can exchange that 1,000 coins to several or one pair of item, like legs or gloves. But those gloves can't work without the rest of the set. So you need to keep grinding that one particular monster to either slowly collect some sort of items or expect that magical drop that's gonna give you an option to buy that ring. And it's nonsense mechanic. You need to wait for raid bosses to be alive, and it's such an old game built to stay hard, and the game that's the game is old. It has not matured. It became even older as the years go by. I know the community is very strong there in Lineage, but everyone who tries other games, they are playing other games, and the thing that Lineage has is, if you are not playing Lineage constantly, you are left behind. And I know that in the World of Warcraft there is a cap where you get certain level of gear, and it's like it's a maximum available for the season or for the patch, right? In Lineage, it's endless grind. The limit is only your success, and success is based on RNG and the game's loot table. And it's just messed. And if you are trying to turn the game into work, this is not how it's supposed to be. Like, I know you can turn on Fortnite if you like shooters. Shoot some people, build some structures, close the game, that's it. You came in, you did your thing, you left the game, you closed the game. There is no continuity for the game, and you got the most of it, or you got how good you are. You got your reflection back thrown in your face. If you suck at the game, you died quickly. If you got better, you didn't die, or you died at the very end, right? But you enjoyed the game from the start till the end. Like, I personally prefer like MMOs where I can build this momentum, where I slowly become stronger, so I could see more things, and rather than doing the same variation over and over again, I really like to enjoy new things and adventure. So Fortnite did not really appeal to me that much. I tried the game. Final Fantasy is fun. It is. It has been fun for me for quite some time now. If you're looking for a game to relax, to chill, to have a game where you know that every time you come back to it, there's gonna be something that you can do, and there's endless things to do. As well, there's no force of you doing anything. That's the game for you to play. If you want to be always in action, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy brings out, for me personally, creativity. I like it about the game, and I have played tanks in other games, in other communities, and other communities did not really have the tick or the itch that Final Fantasy has. So Final Fantasy has the so positive community that even joining the clan, as in the game called Free Company, in the game I'm being rewarded by communication, and overall the people, the clan, the forums, everyone is super supportive and super engaged in the game and in the way the game is supposed to be played. And I'm gonna tell you a secret how the game is supposed to be played. However you like, whatever you like, whenever you like, with whomever you like. But I don't know, somehow I liked Warrior. Maybe it's for dummies, maybe it's for newbies. I liked it. It's simple, straightforward class that rewards me for playing as a tank role. I know that I now leveled up to, I think, like 39 or something, so I'm reaching a little bit higher dungeons, duties as they call in the game, so I no longer need to use the support NPCs. There are people waiting for tanks, so I'm happy. I'm really happy that people are excited to see tanks. I'm excited that people are welcoming tanks in the groups, and Final Fantasy has been nothing but a pleasant journey for me. I can tell you that I first planned this channel to be about Lineage, explicitly only about Lineage, as I planned playing Lineage, well, for many years. But things have changed. I grew, game didn't, or I evolved, the game stayed the same. So I have to move on. So I hope that the channel will not suffer as much, but I am seeing a little bit the downfall as Lineage members are just reviewing the same videos over and over again, and I want to make it clear that even though I have a deep nostalgia for the game, I love the game how it was originally built, but I'm fully aware that this momentum and those moments will not come back. Community is toxic as hell. There's no new stuff that you can add to the game, and the only thing that you can do in the game is just press a button, kill a person. That's it. It's nothing else. It's just pure textures on animations. That's it. No story, no nothing. So it's a beautiful built game without anything else. There's not gonna be any more Lineage content, so if you're looking for it, there's the old content that I'm not gonna be removing. I will be adding Final Fantasy videos. If I feel like if I feel like to add a different games video, I will add different games video. I am not tied to the game. I want to clearly state that this is my channel and I do things as a content creator the way I feel it should be created. Sometimes it's one game, sometimes it's two games. Sometimes I capture the one game's audience, sometimes I capture other game's audience. I am not trying to capture a game, I'm trying to communicate with different audiences as I am the content creator, and the main objective for me is not to give you guides and information how to play a certain game. For me, objective is to share my experience and for you to see there's a different side to the gaming. Thank you for watching the video. I want to thank my subscribers, my followers. For those who haven't subscribed, I do encourage you to subscribe. My aim is to find my best expression as a content creator. I'm not being tied, or I'm not willing to tie myself to one single game. I tried doing that before with Lineage. It's not my thing. It takes out the creativity out of me, and I want to be more. I want to tell more. There's different ways that I can show myself. I don't want to be one angle in the screen. So that's why I'm lashing out, and that's why I am expressing myself in Instagram. So if you are not my follower on Instagram, I do encourage you to come there. And yeah, I think this video has been long enough. So thank you for watching again. Thank you for all of the people who have subscribed. Those who haven't, do consider. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.